When you're acting in love, you're like a drop of water and you have the ocean as your army. When you act in fear, it's just you and your money. Now you could take your money and put it in Bitcoin, put a credit form, put it in cash, or all your cash, and then stand up to the ocean, and who's gonna win? We definitely are dealing with racism, but I want to push future concepts. You know, now I'm giving you two streams of consciousness in one. I want to talk about my wife. I also want to talk about Harriet Tubman on $20 bill.
We're following you. We're following it all. You set it up good. Okay.
That was the moment that I wanted to use Bitcoin, when I saw Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill.
Litecoin is currently forming this falling wedge pattern. Falling wedge patterns are very bullish. So, could Litecoin break to the upside in a few days or weeks? Find out on today's video. Always stay digital. So I hope you're having a good day. This is me, Digital Digits, bringing you a weekly video on Litecoin. So please make sure to like and subscribe down below before the video starts. So as you can see, Litecoin did reach our target from our last trade. And what could we expect in the up and coming weeks or days? As you can see, this is the daily chart. So I want to look at the longer term view of where we're heading. I said in my last video that Litecoin is forming this continuation pattern to the upside, and currently it's playing out as exactly as I predicted. And what could be the target for this breakout move? So I did measure it in our last video, but let me measure it again so we have a clear view of where we are heading. So we're almost going to reach our target very soon at around $250 per Litecoin in the near weeks or days. And I see this target being achieved sooner than expected, because currently Litecoin in the lower time frames is forming a falling wedge, which is very bullish but can also break to the downside. So we have to consider two possible scenarios that could play out. So now I want to take a look at the RSI so we could see that maybe we could see some short-term bearish divergences or no divergences on the charts. So let me pull up the RSI so we could see if Litecoin is still bullish or not, and how we could see the price being affected within the short term. So this is the RSI, and currently the RSI was above the 70 level, which is mainly where Litecoin was very bullish at, and currently Litecoin has dipped below the 70 level. And if we maintain Litecoin at around these levels, this is very bullish for the Litecoin price, because the longer we stay on this bullish area of around 70 and 60, this could give me more confidence that we are heading higher and that Litecoin is still very bullish and could see a very strong uptrend to the upside. So now let's look at the shorter time frames to see if there are any divergences on the charts. So this is the 4-hour time frame on the Litecoin chart, and currently what I see is a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart for the Litecoin price. This could be bearish for the short term, and we could see Litecoin heading down further, and we did see Litecoin actually going down after this bearish divergence completed. As you can see, Litecoin did have a sell-off at around $230. So if you're still currently in this trade or took profits, you did a good job. But if you want to also take your profits to higher targets, you could move your take profit areas to around $253 per Litecoin. So that could be our next target for Litecoin in the near future, if you are still in the trade. But if you're not, that's also good. You could still trade this pattern in the lower time frames. So let's look at this pattern. So as you can see, this is a falling wedge pattern, and currently falling wedges do break to the upside most of the time. So this could be a next potential trade for the Litecoin price. So if we break this upper trend line, resistance trend line, you could place your trade. So if that does occur, and Litecoin does break this resistance trend line, our first take profit target will be at around $231. And if you wanna get more out of this trade, then you could wait until we reach our target of the continuation pattern, which was around $252 per Litecoin. So that could be another take profit area for the Litecoin chart. So we could see Litecoin bouncing around these areas within the lower time frames and possibly breaking to the upside. Then you could put your trades right here at the breakout till the take profit area. So this could be the potential trade setup within a few days. But I also see a bearish pattern, which is the inverse head and shoulders. So that's the inverse head and shoulders, and if you can see a possible breakdown of this head and shoulder, if it does play out, then we could see Litecoin price going to the downside, because you can see that's the head, shoulder, and the shoulder is currently forming, but we have to wait and see what happens. So if we do break down, we could see Litecoin going to the $140 level if this head and shoulder pattern does play out in the short time frames. But I personally believe you have to wait and see where the price is headed before we take the trade. So wait for the breakouts when we break these trend lines. So this is gonna be it for today's video. Always stay digital.